Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday to you. Today, I am doing one of the most requested videos that I get, which is food prep and meal prepping. I am really excited about today's video because it is a collaboration with my friend Kim from Free to Family. She is a food prep and meal prepping goddess. She does it every week and for an entire family. She inspires me on so many different levels, from momming to business and food. I adore her. So anytime that I get the opportunity to collaborate with her, I'm super excited. And it also makes the stakes really high because she is a meal prep queen. So we do food prep a little bit differently than a lot of the videos that you will see. A lot of people do meal prep where they take the little containers and they literally portion out their meals. We don't do it that way. We food prep. So that means that I cook food that is available to eat in the refrigerator. Some of it gets portioned out into little containers, but basically I just make things that are ready to eat and portion on your own. Dan and I eat such different portion sizes, it doesn't always work for me to put them out in little containers. So the menu for today that I'm going to be cooking: horseradish deviled eggs, Creole chicken salad, broccoli and cheese soup. I'm gonna make some yum yum sauce, buffalo chicken dip, and then some sausage balls. So that's what I'm cooking today. All of these recipes are super easy. Yes, I'm gonna be in the kitchen for a few hours, but it's gonna be worth it because we are going to have lunches and snacks and kind of dinner for the rest of the week. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. I will leave the link to Kim's video down below. I hope that you will go over to her channel, subscribe, tell her Ketoginja said hey, and I hope that you're having an awesome Sunday. Let's get going. Okay, I have 6 hard-boiled eggs. I have some of this cream-style horseradish, then some mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. Okay, the first step is to slice the hard-boiled eggs lengthwise, put the yolks into a bowl off to the side, then put the egg whites on whatever tray you're planning to serve them on or store them on. Into the yolks, I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then just a tiny bit of garlic powder. Not even enough to measure, just a very little bit. Then I'm gonna take a fork and I am going to mash up the yolk. I like to mash the yolk before I add any of the mayo or horseradish. It blends up better that way. Then I'm also going to add a couple teaspoons of the cream horseradish. Take it easy with this. You can always go back in and add more, but if you add too much and make it too powerful, you can't go back. So start slow. Now we're gonna mix it all together until it's nice and smooth. Next, we are going to put our yolk mixture into a Ziploc bag so we can use it as a piping bag. So I'm going to take my Ziploc bag, stuff it over a cup, and then I will use a rubber spatula to start filling up the bag. I like to use a rubber spatula because then you don't miss any. Once you get it all into your little homemade piping bag, go ahead and use scissors to snip off the tip. Then fill them up. Okay, so that's food number 1 down for the meal and snack prep. They look awesome. I overdid it on a couple, so I have one really sad one back there, so we'll eat him first. Next up is some Creole flavored chicken salad. So I've got 2 cans here of chicken breast. They're 10 ounces each. Then I have some of this Creole seasoning. You could really use any kind of seasoning that you wanted. This is just delicious in chicken salad. Salt and pepper again. Then a little bit of minced garlic, some dill relish, and mayo. First step is to open and drain the canned chicken really well. Okay, into my food processor, I am going to add the 2 cans of drained chicken breast. Next is a teaspoon of minced garlic, 1/2 of a tablespoon of dill relish. Then just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now I'm also going to add 1/2 of a tablespoon of the Creole seasoning. Now last but not least, we're going to start with about 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna blend it together. It might need a little bit more, but that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna blend it up and see if it needs any more mayonnaise or any more seasoning. I typically do this step and then give it a taste to see what it needs. This actually looks great texture-wise, so I'm just gonna take a spatula, smooth down the sides, give it one more quick spin, and it'll be ready to go into its containers. All right, the Creole chicken salad is all done. Now I'm gonna get it portioned out into little containers. Chicken salad is all portioned out, and now it's ready to grab for a snack or a quick lunch. Is it bothering anyone else that I have one blue lid? It's really bothering me. So that's the deviled eggs done and the Creole chicken salad done. I already know what you guys are gonna say with this next meal prep component. I am making a broccoli cheddar soup. Yes, I know it's 9,000 degrees outside, and a bunch of you are gonna tell me that it's too hot to make soup. I personally am a year-round soup eater. I have a little bit of a sinus cold going on, so I'm just dying for soup. I had all the components to make my broccoli cheese soup, and it portions out so great. It's super filling, really delicious. I consider it like a copycat for the Panera soup. Broccoli and cheese, I just don't add the carrots. It is delicious. So those of you that are not year-round soup eaters, I apologize, but I'm super excited to make it. It's also really, really easy. Here's what you need. I've got about 3 cups of par-cooked broccoli. I just cooked it for a few minutes in the microwave. You still want it to be crunchy. Salt and pepper, 1/4 cup of butter, couple cups of 1/2 and 1/2, couple cups of chicken broth, 1 small diced yellow onion, 8 ounces of shredded sharp cheddar, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Butter gets melted over medium heat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onion. I will saute the onion until it's translucent and has a little bit of color on it. Now I'm going to whisk in the 1/2 and 1/2 and the chicken broth. Chicken broth. Now we whisk in the 1/2 and 1/2. I like to do this slowly. Little salt, little pepper, and then the broccoli. Now this will simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will add in the nutmeg and the shredded cheese. Okay, so I am going to add the 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and stir that in. And then I'm going to slowly add the 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, stirring as I go. Now you want the heat on low when you're stirring in the cheese, because if the heat is too high, it will get grainy. So I'm just gonna slowly add the cheese and stir it in. The soup is all done here. I'm just gonna let it kind of hang off to the side and cool down. I'm not gonna put it in little portioned containers, but we'll have a nice big bucket of soup in the fridge. Next up is the buffalo chicken dip. This is awesome as a snack, super good on lettuce wraps or on a salad. We absolutely love this. So it's 3 cups of cooked chicken. I took a shortcut and basically just took apart a rotisserie chicken. I used both the breasts and one of the thighs. 1/2 cup of ranch, or you could use sour cream. 1 cup of hot sauce of your choice. This is the buffalo wing sauce from the dollar store. Then I have 8 ounces of shredded cheese, and then a block and a half of cream cheese. Throw the block and a half of cream cheese in your pan. Put it on low, kind of the high end of low. Then you're gonna add the chicken, the hot sauce, and the ranch. Stir it together till it's melted. Doesn't get much easier than this, folks. All right, so all of this goes into the pot. It's the chicken, the hot sauce, the cream cheese, and the ranch. Once it's all melted together and incorporated, we're gonna put in half of the shredded cheese, and then we'll put it in a baking dish. Doesn't that look so beautiful? Oh my gosh. Once everything's melted together, take half of your shredded cheese and fold it in to the dip. Now, normally I use a mixture of Monterey Jack and mozzarella, but I only have mozzarella on hand, so that's what I'm using. Top it with the remaining cheese, and then it's going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. I went ahead and turned on the broiler for just under a minute to get the top nice and brown. Look how beautiful this is. This one's gonna be really hard to keep Dan from eating in its entirety, so I'm gonna have to hide it. This is one of my favorite dishes. Okay, last but not least, I am making sausage balls. I'm doing a half batch compared to what I normally do because this is just gonna be a little bit of a snacky item for us to have on hand. I'll go ahead and link the recipe up above so you guys can check it out. It's very, very easy, only takes a handful of ingredients. So let's get her going. I can't wait to be done and clean my disgusting kitchen. I love to meal prep and food prep, but my goodness, does it make your kitchen disgusting. I have 1 pound of ground Italian sausage. To that, I'm going to add a cup of almond flour. And then I'm also going to add some Parmesan cheese, about 3 tablespoons, give or take. Then I'm also gonna add about 5 to 6 ounces of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Now we're gonna mix this all together and form little meatballs. It's that easy. Okay, I've got them all balled up. They're gonna go into a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and they are going to be absolutely delicious. The beautiful sausage balls are done, and look at those cheesy bits of goodness on the bottom. I pull these out and let them hang out on a little bit of parchment paper so that cheese can firm up and we won't miss a drop. They're so easy and so freaking good. Here they are in all of their glory. You can eat them as is. They're also super delicious dunked into Alterna Sweets barbecue sauce or into Yum Yum sauce, which is probably what I am going to do when I eat these. Ugh. It's really hard not to eat all of this right now. So that's a wrap, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the way that I prep food for the week. Like I said, we don't usually portion out our meals because we have a tendency to change our minds about what we want to eat for dinner. But when it comes to lunches and snacks, we always need to have things that are ready to grab and go, or we just won't eat, or we'll make a bad choice. So to have all of this ready to go is just such a blessing for us for the week. Side note, those sausage balls are amazing for a breakfast. You can pair them with eggs and they're out of this world. Those won't last more than a couple of days in my household. As it is, I've already had to swap my husband away with the rubber spatula so that I could show it to you guys. Yep, Levi, that's a Ziploc. I'm gonna go play toy cars with my dudes and watch Wall-E and have an amazing, relaxing rest of my day. I hope that you guys do the same. I hope that this inspired you a little bit. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and joining our weird little family. We have a lot of fun around here and we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just love delicious food that is low carb. That's our deal. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.